good day, everyone, and welcome to the last session of UP Manila SILab's webinar series, IOL 101 Leg 2. To present the basics and introduction of Open Health Stack, let us virtually welcome Dr. Fred Hersch.
I'm glad that everybody is 4.7 on the excited scale for today's talk, and looking forward to sharing with you about our work at Google Health on Open Health Stack and how we see Open Health Stack as really helping to accelerate the development of next-gen digital health solutions on fire. I mean, just to set the context, I think most people here would be very familiar with this, but in terms of the problem that we're trying to address is really this challenge of access to quality healthcare. So over half of the world, as we know, lacks access to essential healthcare services. We're all here today very much because we believe that digital health solutions and AI really has the potential to be a vector for addressing this issue of bringing quality healthcare to everyone at scale. But we know that there are challenges, right? Today, building interoperable digital health solutions that can really address this quality of care is too expensive. And interoperability, as you've all learned throughout this program, is really kind of essential for achieving this quality person-centered care. The full stack approach is this idea of open standards, open technologies, open architectures, and open content. And that it's the convergence of these four factors that really kind of is setting us on a path to being able to achieve this person-centric care that we hope to realize together. HL7 Fire is, I suppose, unique in a few ways. And first of all, it's an open specification. But beyond that, what's really appealing about Fire is that it brings healthcare technology into the modern web development era. And so we were asking ourselves, how can we reduce the technical complexity of working with standards and through that process lower the barrier to entry for developers everywhere. The mission of our team is around accelerating the development of these so-called next-gen solutions. And by next-gen, we mean that they promote this idea of person-centric care, i.e. data is able to flow and follows the person, so that a health worker has access to the right information to make a decision at the right time about that person's care. Can we stimulate more innovation, so enable developers, technologists, solutionists to kind of move further up the value chain, if you like, instead of everybody focusing on the things underneath the surface? We can build more value-adding capabilities and features above the surface. But can we also make it easier to bring novel capabilities and newer capabilities like AI and others to kind of achieve, in the future, really kind of high-quality AI-powered healthcare. And that's really what we're trying to do. 18 months or so ago, we launched Open Health Stack. These are digital public goods, so these are all open source components that are designed to help developers to build these next generation healthcare apps faster. And these components, whilst they can be used in any context, they've been specifically designed to meet some of the unique constraints, if you like, and the unique needs of low resource settings. The Android Fire SDK is really what it says on the box. It's a software development kit, makes it possible to really build Fire-based offline capable apps for Android. Right? So this is a set of libraries that makes it really easier to work with Fire. At the moment, it supports Fire R4. So the Android Fire SDK is made up of these 4 different libraries. And now we're moving to the server side, is what we call the Fire Info Gateway. And this is really about helping you or your developers, the development team, to make sure that you're enforcing the access control policies and things on top of the Fire data that's being utilized within your system. And then lastly is our kind of components on the Fire Analytics side. So we call it Fire Data Pipes. And this is really about making it easier to transform data to be able to then query that using common tools. So we have some tutorials that you can spin up yourself, and you can see how you can deploy data pipelines. We have all of the sample data and all of the steps kind of mapped out there, and then you can see how you can use that to build a dashboard using a readily available open source dashboarding tool. In this instance, it's Apache Superset. And so with Open Health Stack, which are the purple bits at the bottom, right? I just want to highlight here that these are used by developers to build standards-based solutions that leverage Fire in some way, that are effectively powered by OHS, right? So OHS itself, it's not a competing solution. It's a set of building blocks that can also be used individually. So for example, you might just want to use the Android Fire SDK, or you might just want to use Fire Data Pipes, right? But you can actually also use them together, and when used together, you can start to see that they form a nice kind of backbone, if you like, for a new digital health solution. You can also use these in existing solutions as well. It's very important that we think about how we can integrate and really leverage, if you like, a kind of best of both worlds, right? If we have existing systems, we're very happy with those systems for certain purposes. We want to figure out ways of, as we're maybe transitioning to kind of more Fire-based solutions because we want to take advantage of that rich patient-level data, right, as opposed to maybe kind of collecting more aggregate data in the past. We can do this, and there's lots of different patterns. There are existing global goods. These are other kind of digital public goods, but there are ways to connect some of these systems up. And so beyond the OHS, the technical components of OHS, we also provide developer resources, design guidelines, and we're working more on some of these other helpful tools, if you like. So looking at some of the advanced integrations and opportunities there. And there really is a vibrant and diverse ecosystem that's kind of building together and supporting this as part of, that, as I said, that shift towards more kind of person-centric care, those kind of ideas embedded in that full stack approach to the future of global digital health. So we have technology partners who are adopting and building solutions using OHS, often working together with implementing partners who work with or on behalf of ministries of health and supported by global institutions. And of course, our group is very involved with the FIRE community, and we kind of share lots of opportunities and try to work closely with that body, standard settings bodies as well. And something that obviously we get very excited about is seeing how these components are then working their way into different solutions that are being deployed in the field. So this is a map. Some of this is already a little bit out of date, and it's just kind of gives you a bit of a representation of where people are building and deploying solutions based on Open Health Stack. We also have some case studies that you can look at. If you take that QR code, it will take you to that section of our developer site, and you can read some of those stories there. And something that we are really proud of is, we're really kind of at the beginnings of building a community that's really kind of working to catalyze the adoption of standards-based approaches, if you like, to digital health development. And so there are many ways that you can get involved. If you want to learn more or get involved in the community, again, scan that QR code, please, and we look forward to hopefully welcoming you to the OHS community. And for those that are available in February, we will have a chance to meet in person if you can join the bootcamp. So thank you very much.
I'm excited to invite all of you, especially those who are new, to join UPM SILab's community of practice. Our community is a vibrant, growing group of experts and practitioners passionate about advancing standards and interoperability. So here you can share insights, solve challenges together, collaborate on best practices to make healthcare solutions more compatible, streamline processes, and drive innovation. We'd also like to invite all of you and express your interest to join the Digital Health Interoperability Bootcamp being held on 4 to 6 February 2025, Metro Manila, Philippines. This bootcamp is co-organized by UPM SILab in collaboration with CSIRO Australia as part of the Strengthening Standards Capability Project, or SSCP. This bootcamp will help you develop essential skills on modern tech, healthcare standards, and interoperability, so lots of hands-on workshops in developing FIRE-enabled digital health applications using different tools like OntoServer, Google Open Health Stack, Smile Clinical Data Repository, and 8box. So please express your interest. I'll again paste the link later over chat, or you can scan the QR code on screen.